Start off with Mike Stone. 97 won the ticket.
Yeah, Oscar, congratulations. How are you going to be able to cheer for the Red Wings instead of the Coyotes?
Uh, I don't know. I think, I mean, my dad worked for Steve for a bit, so I guess there's a little bit of a connection there. So, and I'm also close family friends with Dennis Viel. So he played some hockey with the Red Wings. So I guess I got some connections there anyway, and I think I was ready to cheer for anyone who wanted to take me. So it's just I don't think it really mattered.
One more thing, I heard they said that your mom's a big power skating coach. What was the influence from her on your career so far?
I wouldn't even be close to where I am today without her. And I mean, she taught me how to skate, and my dad's a scout, and he's always been, ever since I can remember, he's been traveling and he's been away a lot. So she was a huge part of my upbringing, and I guess driving me to rinks and just doing whatever she could to help me get better. And she knew that I loved the game, so she dedicated everything. So this is all on her, and I'm really fortunate to have her.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next up, Ansar Khan, M Live.
Yeah, hi, Oscar. Can you just talk about just your game? What kind of player are you? Just kind of break down your strengths and what you bring.
Yeah, I'd like to think I'm a two-way defender who plays really strong defense and can add in the offense by making good passes and joining in the rush and the transition game. So I think it all starts with my skating, and my gaps helps me defensively, and then it helps me join the play offensively as the fourth wave, the fourth guy.
Who are some current players that you look up to?
Well, I really look up to right now is Ryan McDonough. I mean, my dad worked with Tampa for quite a while, so that's kind of who I grew up watching, and I always dreamed of playing and love Tampa. So I think he's someone that's about my size, and he's a good skater, and he just keeps the game simple by making great plays and playing great defense. That's kind of how I want to translate my game to the next level.
Thanks, Oscar, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Next up, Max Boltman with The Athletic.
Hey, Oscar, congratulations. I see the Stanley Cup over your shoulder there, the individual one. What's it been like for you growing up this close to the sport and this close to kind of the real deal, I guess?
Yeah, it's something I try not to take for granted. I mean, hockey's my number one passion. It's been my dream to get drafted my whole life. So I think I definitely get to see a different side of it, and being able to, I guess, witness it growing up as my dad preparing for drafts and all that. So I think just having him, it's been huge. I definitely wouldn't be anywhere without both my parents, and they've just been a huge part in my career, and his knowledge has been so helpful. So I'm definitely pretty grateful to have parents in hockey. It's definitely a big help.
I'm sure you've had the dream of it for a while, but when did it start to seem possible that you'd be able to be a drafted player?
Yeah, I mean, I think I always dreamed of wanting to get drafted, and I think that for a while it's just an outlandish kind of dream. But I think almost when you get, I think for me it was when I got drafted in the queue in the first round. I think that's kind of when it clicked in that, you know, I got a chance at this, and if I work really hard, I got a shot to get drafted.
Did your dad give you any advice going into your interviews with Steve on how to impress him?
No, he's been pretty. I haven't talked to him too much about that kind of stuff. I think he just said be yourself, and I think I mean, he's been helpful in so many ways, but I think he does a great job at letting me kind of experience things on my own and not kind of overdo it. So yeah, I think I think the biggest thing was just being myself and just kind of being personable. I think that those are probably the biggest things.
Thanks, Oscar. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Next up, Bob Duff, Detroit Hockey Now.
Every kid gets advice from their parents, but when you're a budding hockey star and your dad's a scout, you get any harsh scouting reports? You kind of put more emphasis in his words because it's what he does for a living?
Believe me, I grew up with some pretty constructive criticism. So I think when I get it from my coaches, and it's not as bad. When I think I've grown up with being able to take heat on games or and I think when I was a lot younger, I probably would have been I'd get more upset or angry at him when I get criticism. But I think in the long run, it's pretty helpful having someone that knows the game like him to be able to critique me.
And we just had Brian Savage's son with us a little while ago talking about growing up as the son of a player. What are the advantages of growing up as the son of a scout?
I mean, it was normal for me having. So I guess I never really would get to experience anything different. But I think as a little kid, it was the coolest, just being able to go into games for free, walking in with my dad and going to see junior games and traveling with him on the road the occasional time. I think it has its perks, and I think it also has its negatives as a kid when your dad's not there most of the winter, and that can get tough. But I think the positives outweigh the negatives there, with especially for, I guess, preparing for the draft. It was definitely huge too.
Thank you.
Our last question, Ted Colfin, Detroit News.
Hey, congratulations. Hey, how tough was it yesterday and today just sitting around waiting for your name to be called?
Yeah, that was one of the tougher experiences I've had to go through. I think I hoped to and wanted to get drafted a little higher, and I think the biggest thing is just wanting to get drafted in general. I think when rounds keep going by and you're seeing your buddies get called, and it's kind of painful, but I wouldn't change how it turned out for the world. And I have some close friends that are actually drafted by Detroit, Ethan Phillips and Jared McIsaac, and guys from around here that are in the system. And I think this is definitely a perfect scenario. And at the end of the day, I'm with the team that wanted me the most. So I wouldn't change anything for the world.
It's got to feel good to have some familiarity, with the organization and all that then.
Yeah, no, 100%. And it's definitely nice to have guys around here that are in the same situation. And I think those guys would be pretty pumped for me. So I'm pretty happy.
Good deal. Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much.
All right, looks like that's all the questions we have for Oscar. We'll be putting the media back in the waiting room, and we should have Pasquale Zito available in about 5 minutes. Oscar, thanks for your time. Congratulations. Welcome to the Red Wings.
Thank you very much.